Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Super Mario Wonder. This is going to be episode number 13 in the series, and today we are continuing with the Fungi Mines. This is going to be part 2, and the follow-up to all of that gameplay there. We should be finishing up the Fungi Mines here. I am going to give a warning, there are a fair amount of cuts. They should be relatively unnoticeable, but obviously this didn't take me 27 minutes to beat half a world. It took me closer to 40, but I will say the reason why it takes that way is because at this point in time in the game, the Wonder Seeds become less optional than they have been in the past. So you can see there was a quick... I no longer have the Fireball ability there, and that didn't happen mysteriously. You know, that happened to a couple deaths happening between then and now. But a lot of the Wonder Seeds moving forward are no longer optional. So, with that being said, there's a lot of instances of you 100% need them to move forward in the story. So there's lots of times where I beat it and I get no Wonder Seeds at the end of a level because I missed the initial one, and it's like, well... now I can't progress, so I have to go back and do entirety of levels over again. So if it looks like I'm ripping through any of these levels or getting through them at an alarming rate or anything like that, just know it's likely because this isn't my first crack at it, right? Like, if we have to get the Wonder Seed, we have to get the Wonder Seed. I don't know. It's like I've said time and time again, this is like the kind of stuff that, like, if I was live streaming, I would definitely put out there for you guys to see, but... being as I'm not live streaming it, at least at this point in time, there's not really much of a benefit to showing it on the screen. Unless that's something you guys would like to see. Like I said, I've said that time and time again, but... at the end of the day, I think the most beneficial is the speedy playthrough of the Let's Plays that tends to definitely hold more value, I believe. But I could be wrong. So if I'm wrong on that, just correct me, guys. I want him to go up through there. I think I need to go this way to get the Wonder Seed, from what I recall. And he needs to hit that mystery block right there. That's why my sensor's going off. It's telling me that there's one right there. And now we turn into, like, one of the bad guys that we've seen here. One of these new gloopy-looking guys. And I think even this took me a few tries, because there is, like, a series of routes that you can take to get through the level. I know, that guy's like, oh yeah, it's awesome, man, but it's like, it moves so slow. This is, like, really, really slow. At least in my mind, this is really slow. Oh man, that guy took care of that. I kind of want to get away so he starts moving again. Just I'm not comfortable with this movement yet. Okay, he took out that. Oh! Okay, we were able to slide right by him. Not too bad. Definitely want to go up this way. There's a purple coin. Let's get that. We might as well. And like I said, it's in our visibility. Float on down through here. And I believe we just go underneath, and that should probably be a wrap-up for this level. So I don't think any of these levels are bad in particular. As much as, like, it forces you to get that Wonder Seed. Like, you either get that one from this, and you get let out at a different area than you normally would, just finishing up the level. Or you get 0 Wonder Seeds altogether and can't progress moving forward. Which is not something new. In the previous worlds, there's been like 1 or 2 levels like that per world. But like in this world, it's become every single individual level. Which is really, really annoying. Like, at least on my end, like, I look at it and I'm just like, well, come on now. You know? Like, that is so beyond aggravating. They're like, oh, you want to play the game and make your way through it? You have to find every little secret. Now, luckily, you know, in these badge challenges, and I think we have a KO challenge, that's not going to be the case. But what is going to be the case is just my inability to do well with basic, what would you even call it? Platforming skills. I gotta be honest, I think the game has told me, after using this in this level, I think once it has recommended that I use this. And I actively think this is like a really bad power-up. Like, there are probably 100 other power-ups that I would probably tell you to use before you use this one. This is not a good power-up. I don't even know what it wants me to do here. I guess maybe, like, somehow get right up there. The timing just has to be, like, impeccable here. I feel like that's the only way I'm gonna get it. It has to do something with this, right? Yeah. I kinda thought so. That makes a lot more sense. I was gonna say, that timing would have to be ungodly. And this is supposed to be like level 1 of this power-up. Which is, you know, the beginning level. So I'd imagine we don't need to be perfect with our jumps here. There we go, we got 1 purple coin. The last one. Oh man, fuck this thing. I hate this thing. I think I mentioned this in the last episode. I don't care, it's in the first 10 minutes. I really don't care if it gets demonetized. And nobody's watching these Let's Plays anyways. Especially the Super Mario Wonder and Luigi's Mansion 3. We've hit like a low point here on the channel. I'm not sure if it's the holidays or if it's just you guys don't personally like these games. But yeah, those little bungee things are terrible. But I'm guessing I'm gonna need to use it to get the extra boost to get up. They're so freaking stupid. It's so annoying. There's like no strategy behind them outside of hit A as many times as humanly possible. And it's ungodly. Like I said, I know my platforming skills are bad, but they're not that bad that I should be hosing up that simple of a mechanic. Like that, to me, that's really, really poor. It's really poorly built all around. I don't like it. I hate it. There we go. We're able to get a Wonder Seed and an ability out of that level. I'll take that any day of the week. That's what we need in order to continue to progress. No thanks. Hopefully we can get through the rest of the game without ever using that ability. That would be my hope. Because that ability is pure and utter garbage. It says the dolphin kick. I always go with the wall kick when it says dolphin kick. This is another episode, and you can see I'm using the long jump now. Because I've played through this level enough times to start to fully put together that the long jump, which I like to call the Luigi jump, is the much better ability here. See, it kind of stinks. It doesn't stink like doing these videos. It stinks from like the perspective of you guys watching. I know it's probably less... There's probably less enjoyment out of watching me play something that I played already 10 times again. So I'm like very fluidly moving through it versus you seeing the first time I'm moving through a level. If it makes you feel better, this section up here, up to the top left that I'm about to jump to, I have not seen before, so that is new to me. A 1-up. There we go. There's something new. Let's jump on over here. But yeah, you can see like I completely disregard that other one because I know it's not going to provide any benefit. Okay. This is me being foolish, and like this is part of it that goes along with that too, is when I start to get frustrated like this, because I've lost so many times at something, and I've thought it was over a BS reason, aka needing to use the Wonder Seed, I tend to move through a little less cautiously. I take more risks, because this is like the 9th time I'm walking through it. So, hopefully that adds some entertainment value. Let's get that. Get the bubble. And I don't think we want to wait till this guy comes down here. I remember that. And then if we could jump over this guy, jumping over this guy could be tricky. It can be done, but it's tricky. And then we go down this door. There's a purple coin off to the very far left of that section if you want to go and get it. It's nice and easy to get. I got it in the past, so I'm not going to go and get it again. Then we need to activate this for these to work. I think this one I would rank as, like, the hardest just because of timing-wise. It was difficult to pull off. Let's do that. That should throw those two over there. And there's a guy over here. This is the one. This is where it all comes to life here. We go down here. We get that. We want to stand right about here. This first part, the timing isn't bad. Right? You wait till he lands, jump on him, and then go through the door. That part... whatever. Maybe it's tricky the first time, but you'll get used to it really easily. This part here is brutal. Just because your jumping has to be flawless, I highly recommend, like, the floaty jump, like I have on. I think that's, like, the only thing that's going to get you through it. Because you can see, this goo makes it so you slide right on through. And then you just want to try, if you're going to hit any of those, try and hit the top of them. That's the only advice I could give. Just hit the top of these guys. Otherwise, you're in deep trouble. There we go. We got that one. And that's not too bad. Now we're on this platform. Stand on top of him. Get him spinning. I think that's just in case we want to get that. Yeah, we don't really care about that. There we go. We got our wonder seeds there. Very nice as always. Talk to this guy, and if you talk to him and you didn't get the wonder seeds, he's like, oh, well, good try, but I could see that you weren't able to progress, so you won't be able to save my friends, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's just frustrating. It's frustrating at this point. And I have a feeling that every world moving forward... Let me vent my frustrations here for a second. Soda pop. That's how we're gonna vent the frustrations. And we have a KO arena. What you got? Tough choice. Here we go. What do we got in the first room? What do we got here? We got the booze. The booze shouldn't be too bad. Got one to go. I should just likely turn my back to him. Get him over here. I went for the double drill hat this time around. Is that the right answer? Honestly, with hindsight, no. But it's still pretty good. These guys aren't bad. As much as they're just time-consuming. And wow, I finally just realized these mushrooms, as soon as you land on them, that's what causes them to go up. And their projectiles coming down will also cause that. Neat. I thought it was just sort of some off-time based thing. Look at that. I'm learning something new here with you guys. We're all learning something on this episode, folks. What can I say? This one, two of these doors are going to have the mouths that open up. I didn't even know these guys were beatable, if I'm going to be honest. I had absolutely zero idea. But you can jump and land on their head, and then go through them, and that's how you beat them. So that one we actually got through like with record time, and I didn't even know those guys were beatable. I think in the next room, because I feel like we're getting through with excellent timing. But these guys, obviously, the fire plant is the way to beat them. See, because I don't even know if they're beatable at this point. Like, I need this drill head part of me. And I need to hit him with the drill. And they hardly, if ever, get into a position where I would be comfortable even drilling into the ground like that. Yeah, like, it's like that rare instance right there. Can we still do good here? Maybe, but they're coming in and out of the water. Or the gunk, I guess I would call it. It's going to be difficult to do well here. Might as well go after this guy. Ugh. If we could have butt pounded him, I would have felt a lot better, but I'll just wait for him to come out this end. It's not the end of the world. All things considered there, I still feel like that's at least 2 purple coins. It's gotta be. That wasn't horrific. Yeah, 2. Under 90 seconds? Are you kidding me? That's like impossible. There's no way. I could trim off at most, I think, 30 seconds there. I'm never getting 90. It's gonna be infeasible on the average Joe side. Let's see, let's unlock this one. I think this is like our last major level of this episode. Which is nice, you know. We're in a good position. Hopefully the cars aren't too much background noise tonight. We should be moving out of here pretty soon, so you guys shouldn't hear a lot of car movement moving forward. But as I say that, I am pre-recording a lot of this stuff. So I don't want to be too overly zealous, but it's at least my thought. And you may be thinking to yourself, Average Joe, you've got less power-ups than you got in the last episode. Why is that, buddy? And, yeah, as expected, once again, this is another level where you absolutely need the Wonder Seed to move forward, so I definitely have some experience in getting it. I was trying to juke it out there to see if I could get away with it. This one was by far the most frustrating Wonder Seed to get. There's some hints there as to what's to come up there. And I'm not gonna lie, I am gonna be a little bit of a jerk on this one. Because this one not only was frustrating, I kind of took it personally. I don't know why, but I sort of did. Because there were so many BS things where, like, this little turtle shell would come down and just kill me. Because I'd be off my game for, like, a quarter of a second. We're gonna get this just so we can get as many power-ups as humanly possible. I have quickly fallen out of love with the bubble power-up. That has become, if not my least favorite, close to my least favorite power-up. Just because occasionally it throws out that bubble that I mistakenly land on, like you just saw there. And then I end up jumping and dying in a way that I did not wish to happen because of a bubble that I didn't even wish to create. Like, it creates a liability out there. That's all that it does. And I get infuriated by that because it's not something that I could really do without. I was gonna try and get that purple coin this time around, but I think that's the only one I don't get in this level. Maybe there's one other one hidden somewhere, but as you saw already, I know we got at least one on the first walkthrough here. I sort of saw the outline there. And I think, yeah, the Wonder Seed's in here. I think this one is one of the more annoying ones to get. And it's more so because, like, I don't understand, like, how does a Goomba react to me landing on it? Do I still kill it? I highly doubt it. Oh man, I hardly made that. Okay, let's continue to jump. Koopa Shell, you frickin' bastard, you. Guess we're gonna have to figure out. Okay, yeah. So yeah, if you land at that first flagpole there, you do nothing. That's it. Nothing happens. You get a fake ending to the level. And then this is just, yeah, it's simple bullcrap that, like, if you could see ahead 2 steps, like, I don't... This is why I said I'm gonna get ranty in this episode. I don't understand the fascination with making me do these when this is a repeat of something we've already seen in this world. Like, maybe the programmer who built this form of Mario was really, really proud of his creation. I get it. Why are you forcing it to be mandatory on the player? You know why? Because you ran out of ideas, bud. That's why. Nothing about Mario being a little gelatin ball is unique to this game. He's been things like this much before this. In fact, I would say the... What's it called? I mean, this goes as far back to, like, a Yoshi's Island kind of, like, programming sort of stuff. There's nothing revolutionary about this power-up. And I don't personally have, like, a distinct problem with it other than it uses it so many times and it makes it mandatory for me to use it. That it gets... Like, it's unjustified how much it's asking me to use this. In a mandatory way. You know, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Because, like, to me, it bugs me unbelievably. Especially, like, this whole big section up here coming up. Like, obviously, we see, like, some goofy stuff is going on. You could see it on your end. I know what it all means, because I've worked through it here. But look at... We're gonna have to do, like, a big solar system freaking thing with, Yogurt Mario, is what I'll call him. Congratulations, development team. I think he's a hot, steaming pile of garbage. Like, he's... There's just nothing to write home about this guy, and they loved him enough to include him about 1,700 times. Realistically, it's like 5. But it feels like an eternity with this guy. Jump down here. We should have stayed down there, because I think the last one here is, like, on this plane. Yeah, it's, like, directly next to us. I don't know how to describe that at this point, but with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, there are only a few minutes left. Yeah, what's left? We have to get this Wonder Seed here, which I think I tried to jump and fail epically, because out of all things they could get right, they couldn't get the physics there correct on that one, I guess. Congratulations, guys. You guys are spectacular. But after this, we're just going to go save some poplins. We're going to use that ability once more, believe it or not, because we need to... The development team needs to stroke themselves just a little bit harder. Their ego needs to be just a little bit better, because they made the best thing ever, Gummy Bear Mario. Now, to be fair, Gummy Bear Mario would be a lot cooler than what they made. They made a joke. But, yeah, all we have to do is save some poplins using their ability that they created once again, and then we go up, and with the Royal Seed that we got, we knock another layer off of Bowser, so that way we can go into the next level. But that's going to be it. So, as always, if you appreciated this video, ladies and gentlemen, please feel free to leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. All that good stuff is free for you on your end, and greatly motivational on my end as I continue to make videos just like this now and in the near future. As we move forward here, we'll be playing this series here on Mondays and Wednesdays, of course. And then we'll be playing Luigi's Mansion 3 on Tuesdays and Thursdays until we finish up both of those series. After those series are finished up, because I do feel like we are coming close to, like, the finale, the close of each of those series, we will be looking at playing a Pokemon game that we haven't played yet here on the channel, which would be exciting. And then the other one, I don't have anything specifically in mind, but as it is approaching the new year, I have a feeling we are going to play definitely a smaller game, something on the Switch, maybe like a Donkey Kong or something like that, until I can get in the works of loading up something new and exciting like a Ratchet and Clank, Jak and Daxter, maybe even Halo 2 or something along those lines to start out the new year. But I know we want to get into a bunch of stuff like that. We want to get back into Kingdom Hearts, of course. That's one of my personal favorites. And yeah, there's just so many avenues we can look at moving forward with. Even like the new Walking Dead game, I think would be pretty fun to play, even though graphically, it's flawed big time. I think it would be a fun one for this series here. But here we go. We're saving the poplins. You know, wrapping up this episode strong. So we'll see y'all here on the next one. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, peace out, Girl Scout. Enjoy the next 2 minutes of this video without my beautiful voice narration. And we'll see you next week.
The adventure continues!